What's up, boys? My name's Officer Green with CID, and I'm going to do a quick walk around of the new Gabz MRPD for the newer recruits that don't know their way around this place, because it can be a little bit daunting. So, go through the front doors here. We'll start on the main level. You've got your front desk here. At the moment, it's currently bugged, but the admins and the devs are aware of it, and they probably will be working on a fix pretty quickly. So you use your third eye on the book here, and you should be able to go on and off duty once that's fixed. Then got a lockable door here and also there. Make sure you lock these behind you. You've got your side door there to go out to the back. In here you've got an induction / brief room. Typically tends to get used for training. So if you're ever asked to go to like a brief room, generally it's going to be down here. I'll show you the other ones. Like I said, you've then got your lockable door out there that leads to the outside. Just a bunch of office desks and stuff here. You can access the back reception there, but it doesn't really get used much. Archives are in here. Again, doesn't really get used for anything. It's just more of an aesthetic thing. First main room you need to know about is your locker, which is going to be in here. Instead, you can go through and pick all the relevant outfits that you need to. We'll make our way then through to the back section. This is where, so you've got the office here for the gold command. So this one is usually McTadger's, but I believe McTadger or Owen Joseph might share that, GC1, GC2. Coming to this back section, this is where CID are. So you've got bathrooms in there. You've then got CID's briefing room in here. Also, if you're ever asked to go to the forensics lab, that's going to be inside of here, where you can obviously then run your blood samples, DNA samples. Come down the corridor then, and this is where your armory is going to be. This is obviously where you can get access to your tasers, your firearms, everything that you need to get a hold of, basically. Come out of here, that leads back into the briefing room. There is a shooting range in this PD. As you can see, obviously only firearms trained officers can go there, but if you do start hearing shots fired around the Gabz MLO now, this is going to most likely be what it is. So that basically covers the main level. We'll go upstairs because this is where a lot of the training things go down. So you've got loads of sort of briefing, meeting rooms. As far as I'm aware, it's typically... Let's see where it is. There's one room in here in particular. Yeah, it's usually in this training room in here. This is typically where you'll tend to go for a lot of training related events, where they ask you to meet in the meeting room. It's generally going to be this top floor here. And then there's just a bunch of filler built rooms up here, then just stuff really, just to keep the place looking fresh. I've got another stair set there, which leads to the roof for MPAS officers. Now, most importantly, you've then got the downstairs section. So you've got a lockable door here. This is the downstairs section. Entrance in, entrance out. Please don't get them confused because it will be a mess. When you bring suspects in, you should park your vehicle within this box or there, but ideally in this box, and then take them in then for processing. Pablo is going to be over here for you to access all the PD vehicles. And I believe CID's is over here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. There's police impound there. I think Pablo's over here. No, I'll have to double check for the CID, but you've got impound there for the police impound, and then Pablo there then for your police vehicles. Let's go back in, this is the other lockable door. So, when you bring your suspect into police custody, you'll go from there, you'll come through here, the back door there as well for the back side of PD, through this door, and then you've got your finger scanner, which obviously I can't do because I don't have a suspect. This is where you bring them to this book here, and you can do the fingerprint sensor. Mugshots, going to be done in here against that board there. Alright, so if you tend to go up against that back wall and look in your first eyes, you can generally get a pretty good picture. And then you've got the new cells, cell 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and if your suspect is being a bit of a shithead, put him in cell 3, that's why. Alright. Moving on, if the lawyers decide to come down to cells, you can come through here. We don't really use the lineup room, I'll be honest. And these are all of your interview rooms. So you've got all of these are just your standard sort of box rooms. And then for monitoring an interview, you can then sit in here. This is the only one where you can look through a one-way window. Bar that, all the rest of them are just sort of standard rooms. So carry on through here, and in here you have your evidence locker. So look, I'll have to see if I get a lock fitted onto this door as well. Come down here. Or at least it used to be here. Is it over this side maybe? Yep, there we go. So down this end they've changed it. So come to the first row from the gate, and then you can access then your evidence locker. And then I believe, excuse me, that should be everything. So that is your basic tour of the new Gabz MLO. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I'll be happy enough to help. There are a lot of officers in here that do know their way around, but just for those who don't, that's your basic tour. But I'm going to wrap things up there, guys. Hope it's been helpful, and if you have any questions at all, please do feel free to message me.